everyone, I'm Dr. Susan Franklin, and welcome to the fourth and final video in my series, What the Bleep is Reiki and Why Should I Learn It? So, my goal in this series was to help you understand a little more about energy healing techniques, about the science that supports their safety and effectiveness. And if you're watching at this point, I'm hoping it's because you're maybe feeling called to learn it yourself. And it doesn't mean you have to be a professional healer. It's a beautiful thing to go through the Reiki training and do your personal development and tapping into these very natural, innate healing abilities, and to use it for your own self-care or for loving and supporting your friends, family, pets. I think I mentioned yesterday that I use it with my cat. Both of them. But maybe you're feeling called to learn more. So today I'm going to talk about learning Reiki and specifically about my retreat. So as I've mentioned in at least a couple of the previous videos, we're all energy. And if you're feeling drawn to this, you might be a highly sensitive person, although it's certainly not required. I think everyone has healing abilities, and many of us are actually far more sensitive than we realize until we consciously start tuning into that part of ourselves. So I digress. But in this retreat, I call it the Transformational Reiki Retreat, and I will teach the techniques and protocols of Reiki. Reiki's level 1 and 2, and you'll receive the attunements for that. In the fall, I'm going to do a second retreat. I'll do level 2 again and the master level attunement. And I have some follow-up programs after the retreats that will be available to continue the development, learning, training, practice. And I hope you'll join me on those too. I think they're going to be fantastic. So besides the techniques, I also really emphasize the development of self, the exploration of self, through and including mindfulness, really tapping into and developing our intuition, and compassion. And compassion often has to do with being able to see things from a wider perspective and different points of view. And it's really important to come with that compassionate eye when we're healing, because we deal with all kinds of people and all kinds of issues. Everything that we learn in the retreat is applied to self first. And I'll say also you'll practice the techniques, but the weekend is going to be an immersion into the experience of feeling, moving, tapping into the energy. And I say we apply it first because we don't have to be perfect. We do not have to be perfect. We're humans. We're not perfect. We're always growing and changing. And therefore, we always have our work to do, to clean up our energy, to grow, to deepen ourselves. And I think that's especially important for people who want to work with healing others. I really believe, I'm clear, that freedom comes from presence and healing arises from love. And we're going to create a safe container during this retreat for everyone to work on that within themselves and as a group. And the participants in the retreat are going to help each other do it. And there are a limited number of spots for the retreat. So I call it transformational because you're going to spend the weekend going deep in your own heart, mind, body, spirit. You're going to identify your personal blocks to presence and love and growth and healing. And when you leave the retreat, you're going to be changed. This was my experience when I went through a Reiki training weekend. You're going to be a fuller, more expanded you. And I'm going to tell you now, it's going to require some adjustment when you come out the other side. It's great, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and it's going to be different. And we're going to create a container for that. So the retreat is Friday, April 13th, Saturday the 14th, Sunday the 15th. Starts Friday evening. Most of the meals will be provided for you. It's at the Kitsap Conference Center on the waterfront in Bremerton, right next to the ferry terminal. So if you're coming from Seattle, works great. We have this gorgeous room overlooking the sound, and we'll spend time outside as well, doing some mindfulness practices and body and energy practices and intuitive practices. So it's going to be a packed, very intense weekend. Please go to my website at Susan Franklin Psyd. That's Susan Franklin PSYD.com to the Reiki Retreats page. You can read a lot more details about it, and the links to the registration are there. I'm offering a special rate for those of you who are under 30. I really want to encourage younger people developing these skills, doing their own healing, because it gets harder as we get older. We get more stuck. And so I love to help younger people get free and tap into their intuition and presence and love. And we need you, actually, being healers in the world. I'm also offering an early bird registration special at a lower rate. And for everyone who registers before March 10th, I have 3 bonuses for you. One is a free book on healing that I'll send directly to you. The other is a special rate on a Reiki session with me. And the third is a surprise bonus that I will let you know about after you register. I'll email you and share that information with you. So sign up now before March 10th. If you have questions, go to my website, contact me through the contact page, or call me, and I'll be happy to talk with you about it. If you have questions about whether it's right for you, or this time's right for you, or you need to make a payment plan for the tuition, give me a call. I'll be happy to chat with you about that and answer any questions I can about it. So, I guess that's it for this. Thank you so much for participating and watching these videos, letting me share all this with you. I hope to see you at the Reiki Retreat. Again, go to my website, www.susanfranklinpsyd.com. Go to the Reiki Retreats page. You can read all the details, and contact me if you have questions or just want to explore something further. And I'll look forward to seeing your registration come through. And do it now so you get those bonuses. Okay. Okay. That's all for now. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. I'm Dr. Sue Franklin, and be well.